Game 3 between the Montreal Canadiens and Toronto Maple Leafs goes down tonight at the Bell Center. That's Shane Kelly, Aaron Ward. I'm David Pagnotta. Our playoff coverage brought to you by Bitbuy, Canada's #1 cryptocurrency platform, guys. Wardo, we'll start with you. And the Montreal Canadiens need to rebound after that game in Toronto. The Leafs tying up the series 1-1 after a dominant performance. How do you see Game 3 playing out?
Well, I'm going to go old school. I'm going to go the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm going to look from Toronto's perspective and say from Game 2, the happiness lies in the fact they got past what they saw with Tavares, right? They're able to regroup, get themselves mentally ready, play a game, and execute very well. The good for Montreal is they're going home, split 1-1. I mean, no one expected them to come back with a single win. So key for them. The good still for Montreal is Carey Price in 2 games has been spectacular, especially Game 2. This should have been a 10-1. The bad, I'm going to look at Montreal's lineup, especially up front, and tell you that I'm concerned. I mean, the idea that I actually had to check the lineup sheet, the game summary, the event summary, and see if certain guys are playing. Serious questions to answer with Tatar, Armia. I mean, up and down the lineup. Gallagher, you can give him a pass because, again, he's back in this lineup. Maybe a little issue with his wind. But overall, there's nothing there to write home about up front. The ugly. The ugly is the fact that we watched Game 2, and for Montreal, basically, they watched the numbers of the Toronto Maple Leafs, especially during the second period. The possession was not there for Montreal. And you can say, oh, they had so many penalties. Well, they took the penalties because they had to chase Toronto down with the puck in possession. I'm sure Shane's got tons of numbers in this, but it was god-awful. It was for Montreal concerning the fact that Toronto basically dominated the game from the 4th shift in. Montreal looked good for the first 3 shifts and then fell right off the table at the rest of the game.
Yeah, you really only need one number, Aaron, and that's 60%. Toronto possessed the puck for 60% of the game and had 60% of the expected goals. Montreal, just like Game 1, created almost nothing offensively in this one. And I think that's going to be their issue the rest of the series. The question's going to be, can Carey Price stand on his head again in Game 3, and can they keep it low event enough that they can scrape another 1-0, 2-1 win? Because I just can't see this team ever scoring more than 2 goals with the talent they have up front.
So now is a situation where for Montreal, you have to make that big decision. Does Caulfield come in and where do you place him? And I think, honestly, based on how Game 2 played out, what does it matter? Put him in, see what he can do. You're at home. You can manage his minutes against who he's playing. You got last change, of course. So for Ducharme, I think it's a great opportunity where he can really avoid any criticism.
Were you surprised that Caulfield didn't start the series with the Leafs, considering how we all know that Montreal's offense is somewhat suspect?
No, I think the fact that Caulfield's not in there is an opportunity for Ducharme to kind of lean back and inject some excitement and some momentum into the lineup, right? You always want to hold something back. So you put veteran guys in there that know what to do in these circumstances, allow Caulfield to watch and get a feel for the difference in the playoff games, the speed, the tempo, the grit. And now, after 2 games, he understands and sees where maybe he's useful. And you can start pulling guys out that were not there. Or, of course, with attrition, we always don't know who might be hurt. Evans is out currently. We'll see if he comes back. For Montreal, this is an opportunity just to try and get a young guy in. Maybe top line, maybe ease him in with the 3rd line. Wherever you put him, he's got to be better than what they had in Game 2.
Shane, let me ask you from Toronto's perspective. Is there anything that they really need to modify in their game going into Game 3, or does it look like if they keep going the same way, the numbers suggest good things are going to happen?
Yeah, even Game 1, the numbers were on their side. The thing you got to worry about in a 7-game series is variance. I mean, you can run into a hot goalie and just get stonewalled, and he steals 3 games, you don't play bad in the 4th, and bam, you lose the series. So I think they keep doing exactly what they're doing and just trust the fact that, all year they've been one of the best teams in the league. Why change now?
We'll see if the Leafs can continue to assert their dominance against the Canadiens here tonight in Game 3. But it's a quick turnaround to Game 4 on Tuesday. That's Shane Kelly, Aaron Ward. I'm David Pagnotta. Check with us again for post-game recap of this one.